Next up, our German of the Week section, where we put the spotlight on a prominent person from this week's news, a German citizen or even a foreigner who we deem an honorary German, who's had an effect, for better or worse, on German culture, society, or politics.
Our German of the Week this episode is 76-year-old Friedhelm Adolfs. While this senior has seen much in his life, we chose Friedhelm due to the story that started for him in 2012. He had been living in the same apartment in Dusseldorf for 40 years when some of his neighbors started registering complaints against him with the landlord. Friedhelm is an avid smoker. The use and smell of cigarettes started to bother some of the other tenants, as well as the landlord. In 2013, Friedhelm was issued an eviction notice, which he took to the court as he did not want to leave the home for which he lived in for nearly half a century. The court said that the tenant could not be evicted for smoking indoors, but combined with the complaints that he was not taking efforts or precautions to keep the smell out of the building's hallways or other apartments, and that he refused to open his windows or empty his ashtrays, the court sided with the landlord, and Friedhelm must leave. Friedhelm, as well as the German Association of Renters, were not satisfied with the results and appealed the case. Since then, he has become sort of a hero to smokers. Many are not thrilled that they're being forced to go outside or move to specific zones where they're legally allowed to smoke. This past week, the Supreme Court, the BGH, has overturned the previous court decision and said that Friedhelm could remain in his apartment. As for the evidence that the courts had collected earlier was insufficient for an eviction. Friedhelm said that he was happy with the outcome. Now it will be up for the court's prosecution to try and put together a new case against Friedhelm to try and prove that he was breaking a clause in his renter's agreement.